Hello, my name is Florencia Donat, and in this video I am going to talk about the TBL approach or task-based learning approach, or also called task-based language teaching, or in its short form TBLT. The task-based learning, or in its short form TBL, is an approach in which learning revolves around the completion of meaningful tasks. In the TBL approach, the main focus is the authentic use of language for genuine communication. What is a task? The task is an activity in which students use language to achieve a specific outcome. The activity reflects real life and learners focus on meaning. They are free to use any language they want, and by playing a game, solving a problem, sharing information or experiences, they can all be considered as relevant and authentic tasks. The framework of a TBL lesson may vary. It is usually composed of the following phases. We have pre-task, task, which can be subdivided in different stages, and the post-task. The pre-task phase of a TBL lesson is the moment when the teacher sets the task and contextualizes the topic of the lesson, raises students' interest, and prepares learners to perform the task. When preparing students to perform a task, teachers might need to help students with both content and language. This can be done by activating students' general knowledge on a certain topic and by helping students anticipate the type of language they will need to perform the task proposed. It is extremely important that students understand the objectives of the task during this phase. Then we have task, that in this stage of the TBL lesson, learners perform the task proposed. They are supposed to perform the task in small groups or pairs and use their existing knowledge of language to express themselves in a spontaneous way. As the focus is communication, the teacher is not supposed to carry out extensive error correction at this stage, but should monitor and provide support. When the students finish performing the task, they need to plan how they are going to report it to the rest of the class or to other groups. They may rehearse and research the language necessary in order to share the outcome of what they had done. So finally, the students report the outcome of the task to the other students. And then we have the post-task. The post-task stage is when students evaluate their performance. It can involve feedback provided by the teacher and subsequent practice of language items that emerge from the task. It is important to stress that form-focused language work should be in response to students' production. That means that the teacher will not teach a grammar lesson and expect that learners use that specific structure while performing the task. Neither should the teacher work on a pre-selected language item in this phase of the lesson. This makes the role of the teacher as a monitor extremely important in TBL. General principles of task-based learning. Relevant task. Task-based learning task can be categorized by the type of mental processes used in the activity, such as listening, comparing, problem solving, creative thinking, and sharing personal experiences. Students learn by interacting. Sitting in a classroom and being lectured for an hour is not conducive to language acquisition and production. It is not good for confidence and a sense of enjoyment. Each student needs to be engaged and encouraged to participate. Participation and completion of tasks is extremely motivational. Tasks address real-life needs and allow students to use their bag of language tools to meet those needs. In addition, the use of tasks allow variation in the classroom, omits boredom, and encourage students to use a wide variety of communication styles and techniques, such as comparing, debating, and persuading. Errors are a natural part of the learning process. While correcting them is important to a certain degree, it's not correct embarrassing students for trying to communicate. The best thing that a teacher can do is to praise students for task success instead of picking out each tiny error. Errors can be fixed with time, but confidence can be shattered in a second. So it is totally normal and natural that errors appear in the process of learning. Why do we need TBL? The aim of language teaching worldwide is to enable learners to use the language they have learned in school to communicate confidently and effectively with other users of English in the world. This aim prioritizes fluency rather than accuracy. That is to say, that learners should be able to use language with speed and confidence, even if this means sacrificing grammatical accuracy. Advantages of TBL. Task-based learning is advantageous to the student because it is more student-centered and allows for more meaningful communication. The teacher may present a language in the pre-task. The students are free to use the vocabulary they want. This allows them to use all the language they know and are learning, rather than just the target language of the lesson. Disadvantages of TBL. There have been criticism that TBL is not appropriate as the foundation of a class of beginning students. That is to say that TBL approach is not for beginners. TBL requires a high level of creativity on the part of the teacher. If the teacher is limited to more traditional roles, this type of teaching might be impossible.